Morning all. Am I audible? Great. Good morning. We are starting our reading club with the prayer.
भेद भाव अपने दिल से साफ कर सके, दोस्तों से भूल हो तो माफ कर सके, झूठ से बचे रहे, सच कदम भरे, को जय करे, हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मुश्किलें पड़े तो हम पर हित न कर्म कर, साथ दे तो धर्म का, चले तो धर्म पर, खुद पे हौसला रहे, बदी से ना डरे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करे, हमको मन की शक्ति देना।
Good morning. We are giving tribute to a great master, Dr. Samuel for this divine science taught us dare to be wise, seeking blessings from our Guru, Dr. Prafull Vijayakar sirs, who have reached this divine science with the modern science and made homeopathy easy like mathematics. Jai Hanuman, Jai Homeopathy, Om Vijayakaraय Namaः. So friends, we are in the journey of reading verbatim, the workshop conducted by Dr. Prafull Vijayakar sir in 2002 at Mahabaleshwar, along with the few aphorisms, the practical part of Organon of Medicine from the 6th edition Samuel Hanuman. So we'll continue this. So we are reading the aphorisms of the drug, proving how Hahnemann was the one who found the path of a drug proving and what are the things to be known in case of understanding the medicines. So this is what aphorism number 111. The agreement of my observations on a pure effect of medicines with these older ones. That means the older ones is something that is sometimes the symptoms are found due to some of the large doses of the medicine in the form of accidental or in the form of the side effect. But here, what he found that agreement, my observations on the pure effect of the medicines with these older ones, although they were recorded without a reference, that means the old symptoms, to the therapeutic object, and the very concordance of this account with the other of the same kind by a different author must easily convince us that medicinal substance act in a morbid changes that they produce in a healthy body according to the fixed eternal law of nature, and by virtue of this are enabled to produce certain reliable disease symptoms, each according to its own peculiar character. So this is what Master Hahnemann is saying, that every substance is a different and every substance has a specific peculiar nature of producing certain symptoms or a disease symptoms according to their own peculiar characters. So this is what we have to keep in mind. So this is what his observations in pure finding the pure effect of medicine. In those older prescriptions of often dangerous effect of medicines ingested in excessively large doses, we notice certain states that were produced not at the commencement but toward the terminations of the said event, and which were of exactly opposite nature of those that first appear. So here he found that in a large doses of the old medicines, in the orthodox prescriptions, they generally suppress one, and after that, at the end of the event, it can produce another effect that is exactly opposite of the nature. So here he said that these symptoms, the very reverse of the primary actions or a proper actions of the medicines on the vital force are the reactions of the vital force of the organism, and it's a secondary action. So this is what the medicine also produces secondary actions, of which however there is a seldom or hardly ever the least case from the experiment with a moderate dose. So अगर moderate dose दे रहा है तो सेकेंडरी एक्शंस के सिम्टम्स कम आते हैं, और इफ इट इज अ स्मॉल डोज देते हैं तो नहीं आते हैं. दैट इज व्हाट मास्टर हनीमान इज टेलिंग अस. इन होम्योपैथिक क्यूरेटिव ऑपरेशन, अगर हम होम्योपैथिक मेडिसिन में दे रहे हैं पेशेंट को तो क्या काम कर रहा है, तो यही काम कर रहा है. इन होम्योपैथिc curative operations of the living organism react from this only so much as requisite to raise the health again to the normal healthy state. So it is what something that we require a small dose, not a large or a moderate dose to the patients. The only exception to this are the narcotic medicines, as they in their primary action take away sometimes the sensitivity and the sensations, sometimes the irritability, and it frequently happens that in the secondary actions, even from the moderate experimental doses on the healthy body, an increased sensibility and greater irritability is observable. So you have seen that whenever the persons are there who have prescribed the doses of morphine in the initial state, or a pain as a relief to pain, but when the effect of the morphine is gone, the pain is increasing to so much of sensitivity. But in initial state, the primary action of morphine reduce the pain and make a calm state. But when the effect of the morphine is gone and the reactions of the vital force has been started, then the pain has been increasing. So this is what Master Hahnemann has observed this thing into it. So friends, we are continuing the workshop of Verbatim conducted by Dr. Prafull Vijayakar sir in 2002 at Mahabaleshwar. So, in last week we have read about what Dr. Vijayakar sir says, that up till now we have understood many approach and many aspect of learning the side, and the approach of the skin disease, the approach of the mental disease, approach of the one-sided disease, or approach of autisms and everything. But still, sir says that the observation is the key to prescribing each and every case. So, in observations, whenever you are observing the patient, you have to induce some trait of the person, and according to that trait of the person, you have to prescribe. So, this is what we are continuing the last lectures, last weekend lectures, with this continuation. So up till now we have completed the 5 pages of videos lectures, and now this is what the sixth ones. So this case of the girl about 8 to 9 years old. What was the observation during the clipping is the child is very restless, rocking, hiding, mischievous, makes faces, grimaces, and has awkward behavior. The police, and more than that, the child is idiotic. She had a cleft palate which was stitched. She is playing antics, making gestures to attract attention, more or less idiotic gestures, playing pranks, something abnormal, not a performance. She knows very well that she is being videoed. She is just trying to tease and she is not shy of the camera. There was a case in OPD where the patient, while viewing the CT, asked the doctor around, "Have you seen a case like this so many times?" This case, this was a playing antics. He is actually trying to impress upon people and draw their attention towards himself. It means playing with the intentions of attracting. So this is called playing antics. So idiotic plus antic plays. The common remedy comes are the apis belladonna, cicuta, lachesis, mercury, hyoscyamus, mercury, opium, samonium, and verbatim. Among these, opium, mercury, lachesis, and apis are the hot remedy, and the chilling remedies are the belladonna, hyoscyamus, iglesia, phosphorus, plumbum, samonium, and the cicuta. So her remedy was cicuta. So the basic things of cicuta is playing with a soft thing and a soft toy. So they love her, etc. Cicuta children have a habit of catching hold of the ear lobules of self or a mother or of other also, or the mother's stomach. I have treated a girl aged almost 16 or 17 years old who had the desire to hold something soft even in the bus. Also asked of the history of the fall over the head in the childhood and how many times. So this is what the two things has to be concluded in the Sikuta when you find childish behavior, kid type of a behavior of the adult, and they love the soft toys or soft things, and also when you find there is a history of the head injury in childhood. So this is what confirms the Sikuta personality. I have seen Sikuta children fall very often on the head as their head is so heavy that they always fall on the head. This particular constitution is prone to hand injury or prone to become ill after the effect of that is they will be injure their head and develop either a soric, psychotic or syphilitic symptoms after head injury. So do not give Sikuta arnica for head injury. Find out whether the constitution is sulfur also. So sometimes it is not directly the entry point whenever you find out the head injury. Do not prescribe the direct remedy, but you have to find out what was the things you have to develop after that head injury. So Sikuta may develop soric, psychotic or syphilitic symptoms. Sikuta may develop convulsion after head injury also. And the typical kind of convulsions so you have to be very careful in prescribing the remedy. Do not directly jump onto this. So another remedy is the hyosimers who catch the attentions of the person and take place. So this reduced state you have to keep in mind. So hyosimers children are very hyperactive. They tease and incite and try to make you angry. They are very shapeless and mischievous, and at the same time, they are very new and they tell the plain truth. So, whenever you combine the mischievous and the shameless personality, very hyperactive and teasing kind of personality, along with their behavior is very naive and they are telling the plain truth, you must know that this is the Alzheimer's. They do not speak much lies when they are in the soric state. So you have to keep in mind that the soric Alzheimer's is very new. But I have seen the patient of Alzheimer's telling the plain truth because they are shameless. So this is what the syphilitic aspect of the plain truth to the shamelessness or exposes the person. So this is again the shamelessness. My brother had a wonderful case of schizophrenia where this man aged 25 to 26 years was about to get married and girl had come to see him. Every girl who came to see him, he would go inside and bring his box of medicines and show the girls the medicine that he has been taking. This is for my insanity. All girl would run away. So he was becoming naked, and this is the shameless revealing all secrets. These people do not know how to keep the secrets. On the basis of this, we gave him the Alzheimer's. He got cured and even got married and went to Dubai also. So the right remedy does the miracle. Nakedness does not mean removing the pant, shirt, etc. It is means the opening up and throwing out something. So this is what the mental understanding of the nakedness. The peculiarity of the Hyacinthus I have seen in the young boy is that they like to play cricket and they are good spin bowler or a batsman or even a good chess player. The higher the degree of Hyacinthus, the better the bowler. They spin ball as if spinning a web. They are trying to deceive inside as they come and hit you. They also make good batsmen like Ajay Jadeja, full of vigor and strength. Another example of the chess player, they are secretive, fast, know how to play and deceive. All quick-witted remedies are the good players. And another remedy is opium. Ignatia, again Ignatia, this remedy also comes in the antique plays and idiocy. It is the hysterical psychosyphilitic remedy. The Soric Ignatia that I prescribe for is a very diligent, young, lean, and thin. They sits on their chair without support. They have a mental face with a long tapering chin, very sensitive eyes, and are very obedient and good girl. They do not smile, laugh, or communicate much. They answer nice, sober to the point, and offended easily, and they are chilly and useless. They always comes after exams are over and results are out with the ailment of loss of rank or a friend getting more marks or very sensitive to loss of position in the society. Shuri and psychotic amnesia are totally different. Psychotic amnesia is the one with a round face, stout, with a hardly any neck, fat, very courageous, sensitive, still remains, but now they are more sentimental, bright poems, and then they come up with a disease like a psoriasis. The syphilitic amnesia is mentioned in the book, the hysterical crying, weeping, offended easily, and ailment from the The mug solve, this is more syphilitic on the mental sphere. The Mercury is a strong, revolting person who can fight or do things on his own without anyone's help. Always ask such people if a rickshaw driver deceives you, what will you do? I will not leave him. How dare he deceive me? I will fight. The Mercury is always ready to fight a terrorist. Whether something is right or wrong, I do not like it. It has to be according to me. He wants what he wants. He will do whatever he wants. There is an impulse to kill when contradicted and defiant. So this is the Mercury basic trait. The Mercury is very thirsty, had a profuse perspirations, and is exaggerated at night, aggravated at night. The thoric and syphilitic Mercury are lean, but the psychotic Mercury are the fatty, but more active. But in no mechanism do they lose their mobility or activity. So obese and active, the remedy is opium and mercury. Though mercury is the heaviest metal, you cannot hold it, but if a chalk fall, it will remain there and there only. So this is what the difference between the mercury and the calcarea. So calcarea is also obese, but they remain stable. There is no activity. They are immobile, whereas the mercury is obese and very active and mobile. The causticum, the soric, and the psychotic. It has a paralysis, but with the laxity and the looseness of the muscles, there is no cutting, ulcerations, destructions, or a bleeding. The causticum is an angry young man ready to fight for a injustice. Injustice cannot support. He will fight when something wrong is being done. Very ardent, trustless, and is better by cool drinks. Causticum is always aggravated by stress and strain. This is not there in mercury. So this is some difference between the causticum and the mercury. The mercury, with all revolutionary idea of mercury, is more often thin and syphilitic mechanism is more prominent. It is more corrosive. Both Mercol and Mercor are revolting, defiant, aggravated at night, but Mercor is sourceless. When it talks, voice is like coming from the metal tube. So it is as if with a nasal twang. In Pathak's introduction of the Mercor, a very golden indication is given, which has helped me cure even incurable disease like anemia, paroxysmal arterial tachycardia, etc. Anything as if through a metal tube is a Mercor. So talk as if through the metal tube, talk as if through a metal tube, and passes through as if through a metal tube. So this is something you have to feel. Anything coming out, voice is like coming out from the metal tube is the mark for indications. Another video clipping. So this is the young patient with a malignancy. We could have make her survive up to 8 to 9 years. She went to work to the Vaishno Devi. She has a strong, motive, positive face, confident, and a metallic character. She was the boss of the house. She is also very business minded. In her history, she says, I am not scared if anyone comes to me. I am going to kill them. She is a very strong syphilitic lady. The remedy given to her was abrotinum. The Ellen says it is the remedy for the small child who takes a knife and threatens to cut you into pieces. So this is what the observation of the things. We don't have that video clippings of that workshop, but this is what we are reading so that you have to understand the idea behind such things. This is the case of a scleroderma. What do you see in her? How is she talking? So the graceful, respectable, but very reserved. There is no facial expressions in the whole case. Nothing is talking, neither her face or her tongue. She is answering only what is asked, giving very limited answer. So the rubric taken is talk in the supposed to general rubric. The patient does not talk, her face does not talk. This is the big rubric of 268 remedies. And the important in this rubrics are the carbons, natrum, uraticums, and then others like magnesiums and the Kali. So this is what when you find an introverted personality, you must have to think about these are the group of remedy comes into your case. So what are the carbons? So carbon, what does carbon do in the blood? It displaces oxygen from the blood. So in hemoglobin, the oxygen is less and you feel suffocated. So with increase of carbon dioxide, sora is affected. This is the respiration is affected. There is no exchange of material. So there is a stasis leading to slowness because of much of the stasis and accumulation of the carbon dioxide. The person is indisposed to talk and there is an air hunger. Because of accumulation, the waste products are not thrown out and there is offensiveness. All discharge are offensive, sweat, urine, stool, especially in the coma. If the patient is in coma, is thinking, think like carbovage, bacteria, chlorinum, etc. in the order. This is what the observations and understanding. So whenever you are treating the case of coma and you find here very offensive, you can think of this remedy. There is a tiredness, fatigue, and the laxity. The carbon act well on the skin, glands, and blood. Never well since the last illness like measles, jaundice, typhoid, abortion, etc. If there is a metabolic problem leading to stasis, think of carbovage. The balance is disturbed due to lack of oxygenation, toxic proteins and are getting accumulated and the cell itself is being digested as body start taking help of the body protein. Even severe anemia can occur. Now, what is the difference between the unfortunate feeling and forsaken and abandoned? So here the unfortunate is more psychotic. It means everything is not yet lost. There can be compensations here. This I have seen in many ladies who have been victim of the strong dictatorial husband. So many times we think of the remedy stability but forget the carbons and carbo wage. She has been so much under the pressures of the angry husband. She cannot fight back out of the timidity. All carbons are the timid and they do not fight, but keep brooding and they survive and like that only they go into laxity, which causes either a hemorrhoids, bleeding or a non-bleeding varicose vein or a weakness or the prolapse psychosis at work. So prolonged grief is directly proportionate to the psychosis. So the cause of psychosis is the prolonged grief. There is a stasis, indifferent, apathy, despair, and yet can make worse. So there is anxiety aggravated 4 to 6 p.m. like a lycopodium, which are close associated with the carbohydrate. So again, if the person is in a psychotic or indifferent or apathy and despair state, and then he makes a versus, then you can think of carbohydrate. The carbohydrates desire fan, though chili desire air in motions. Trust is not so specific. Always search for the unfortunate feeling in the psychotic disease and forsaken feeling in the syphilitic disease. Forsaken or abandoned means everything is lost. Whereas in unfortunate, there is something is lost, but not everything is lost. So this is what the little difference of the forsaken and unfortunate. These are the feelings. The graphite is another carbon. There is a brother of the carbohydrate. The graphite is. Graphite is a timid, fearful, weak-willed, sad, gloomy, despondent, with a dull mind and the magnetism emulates. Triple seems important, and that is why they appear fastidious. And this is the situations of the sensitive wife who does not get affections and attention from the husband who is very busy. The carbohydrates, it is dictatorialness and a strong dominance which causes problem. And in graphite, it is because of lack of affections. Many homeopaths or a wife of a successful doctor could be a graphite. So this is what Sir's conclusions. I had a beautiful case of the homeopath whose wife was suffering from the recurrent aversion. Her husband was so busy from morning to night, a homeopath practicing pure allopathy. He had no time for his wife. Wife would remain alone with her mother-in-law, which she did not like. Her cytomegaloplasma virus, toxoplasma virus titers were very high. With a single dose of graphite, all her report came back to normal. This is the more of the chronic grief. In syphilitic graphite, there is a mocking, sarcasm, crack nail, and the skin. So this is what the graphite is when goes into syphilitic. There is sarcasm, crack nail, and the cracked skin. Another carbon is the petroleum. Petroleum is more of a confused mind because of the weakness with the parietal lobe of the brain, irresolute forgetfulness, very subdued feeling as if full of carbon dioxide. At the same time, there is also a delusion of being double with the exaggerated idea. So when the parietal lobe is affected, it also changes the perception and the perception goes into a double. So there is a double delusion of being double exaggerated idea and sometimes it goes into hysteria and fear. The patient is aggravated by the motions and the thunderstorm. The skin is oversensitive, goes into dry and the crack. The problem comes and goes suddenly. There is alternative complaint, exuberance, alternating with the sadness, exuberance, alternating with the discouragement, excitement, alternating with the sadness. I understand petroleum is a deep down under the sea or a rock and it does not do anything there, so there is a stasis. It has two phases. One is a psychotic shallow, and the second one you apply fire, the syphilitic, to it. You can send it to the moon also. This explains the alternative state of the petroleum poles apart, especially with the skin problem along with it. I had a case referred to me by one of the most eminent homeopaths in the Bombay. He was treating the case in the past 15 years and the patient was getting better and then aggravated again. He was a businessman. Whenever he was in one state, he would become so active that he could open up new factories and again after 1 year he would go into depression and not go to the office also. to look after his business. This alternating state of mind which occurred, the doctor thought was due to the effect of his medicine. When he would give some medicine, the patient comes out of it and then again goes down. But this cycle could go on even when the medicine was removed. Just to confirm, I asked the history of any skin eczema. The patient answered, yes, it is there in the thigh region since childhood. This alternating state of petroleum are very important. When he applied anything on the skin, the lesion would go away and he would go into depression. When the skin lesion would come up, even he would come up. Therefore, this was the alteration between the neuroectoderm and the ectoderm, so it is the historical remedy. Endoderm and mesoderm is not involved. I have 3 cases of carcinoma which got completely cured with this remedy with this state present. So whenever there is an alternative state ectoderm to the neuroectoderms or alternations of skin disease goes into a mental state of the sadness and depression, you can think of petroleum. The another carbon is the granite. The granite, the patient is very haughty, introverted, silent, dull, talking disposed to, and she's totally emotional less. I had a case of the father who was not even interested in his daughter's marriage. Told him, I am getting married, and he said, here, take this 20,000 rupees and go and get married. I will give you money, you buy a flat in Pune and get settled there. When I asked him why, is I do not like this dancing, laughing, exhibiting these processions. I hate enjoyment. If I become the Prime Minister of India, the first thing I will do is ban all the bandwalas. Basically, I am against all celebrations. Now, what do you call this person? This is exactly the story of a rock. In a real rock like a person, this remedy works wonders. This man also like granite in his house. They can be both hot and chilly. They are not affected by the sun or a moon. They are thirstless and constipated. Unfortunately, granite is not available in India. You ask for granite, they give you granitum. So this is what Sir experienced in 2002. Now granite is available in India, which is totally different. It is an anti-helminthic remedy. It's made from the pomegranate. So granitum is the anti-helminthic remedy. It's made from the pomegranate. It is also a hysteric remedy like the senna. With a warm hyperactivity, constant irritations, nagging, ladies who go into hysterical fit on the slightest fight with their husband is granitum. And in this case, the remedy was given is granite. The video clipping 9, this was the case of the female coming with a suppressed eczema and arthritis. She could not walk. I had tried almost everything. She complained of the burning, itching, and pain aggravated by the soap water. She closes eye while talking about some tormented subject like pain, suffering, eye open otherwise. She has tremendous anxiety and is a hot patient. The rubric that I took was I close melancholia with. So this is what very important that melancholia is a sadness. So whenever the person is talking and the observation, so this is what very sharp observation you have to cultivate. I close with melancholia. The melancholia is the sadness when she is talking about something tormenting subject and there is the pain. She close her eye. The pain is making her close her eye. There is only two remedy in this rubric is argentum nitricum and Shipia. She was given argentum nitricum psychotic. Argentum nitricum is obese, strong, and wants to show that the good part of the self. That is how efficient she is. So this is what you have to observe. One, this is the rubric. She complains of, she closes eye while talking about some tormented subject, and otherwise it is open. The rubric is eye close melancholia with. Another observatory case, the lady around 75 years old When telling about her complaint, she was talking, crying loud, and when I took her from her complaint to some other subject, I spoke about her granddaughter, her talk changed, slow volume. This lady would talk loudly and again go into slow volume. She would be hardly audible. This is not a secrecy. There is no one in this room. So this talk is called as PST, PST, PST. This is talking as a whisper. So the only remedy is most loud, then again whisper, loud, then again whisper. So this is talk PST, PST, PST. So she is a historical remedy. The change in her mood was also evident. So this is something you have to keep in mind that observe the person by just observing the talk. So if person is talking in a secret way, then it is a PST, 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 but it is a loud talker and again goes into whispering a loud talker. So this is again the hysterical unexpected changes. So I give a lot of importance to the way the patient talks. So there are other types of the talk which I would like to bring to your notice. So this is what sir observation to observe the persons, observe the talk of the persons, observe the behavior of the person. So that will give you a clear indications of the remedy. So there are other type of the talk which I would like to bring to your notice. The wavering talk. This is typically the Om Prakash talk, talk ups and downs. This could be like a talk of my gila, a talk jerky, typical tremendous. So this is a spider remedy, wavering talk. Talk hasty is very easy to make out. So you all can make out talk hasty. Let us take an example of an actor of the yesteryear, the Dilip Kumar. He takes very long to narrate one sentence. This is versus make and slow speech and talk lengthy. If I'm called to treat Mr. Vajpayee, our Prime Minister, these are the first rubric that I will take. Versus make slow speech and talk lengthy. A talk is something which comes from the inside the genetic code, so it cannot deceive you. But it is dangerous to prescribe only on that, as most of the remedies are not proved well to the extent that they can produce a talk disorder. So that is why only limited remedy will be available. But if a remedy with the general thermals is matching, you can use it. Yes, my voice is little bit shaky today because of hoarseness. So you might have some problem with the voice, but still I am trying my best to give you a clear voice. Another case of video clipping, what do you observe? The sir says. So this boy who has come with the huge swellings on the testes, the father says he likes to sit in a very relaxed manner and everywhere he sits relaxed. There is something abnormal in his behavior. He is effeminate, female-like or a girl-like behavior. When asked about his dream, he said, "You mean dream in English? The dream is I am lying on a golden bed and hands and legs apart. I have people around me taking care of me. In fact, they are my friends and I am laughing at them." So Sir gave him platina on the basis of effeminate plus he is a king and laughing at his friend. Incidentally, his father was cured with the platina. So both are father and son, both are the platinum. Father was suppressed by me 15, 17 years back. I suppose his cold with the argentum nitricum and he finally ended with the psoriasis, psychosyphilitic. So this is what the father's story. But by the understanding the dreams of him, he was lying in the golden bed with the hand and legs apart. So he is something like, and people around me is taking care of me. So he feels he is like a king, and he is laughing on his friend. So this is a contempt laughing. On the basis of that, sir prescribed the platinum. Another video clippings This is a female patient complaining of the pain and the swelling. The swelling is troubling me very much. It has been there since a long time. Why it is not going? The lady also been coming to me since a very long time, and after so many years, I got her remedy. So this is not a hard and fast that you will get the first time remedy in each and every. Even sir could not get the right remedy in the first instance. So don't be what we call as don't frustrate yourself. You try, and you will get the right remedy. So patient, when I walk, it increase, and when I sit, it disappears. So every time she comes, she goes on crying and goes on saying that she is not better. I said it is because of tension, grief. A patient says it is not because of tension with the raised voice. Swelling is also because of grief. So Dr. Vijayakar, patient sounded a little annoyed. She expressed to if it is because of tension, I should have got blood pressure. Okay, then I reminded her of an episode when her blood pressure did shoot up. Patient, yeah, I had an episode of the blood pressure, but now everything is normal. I could not even talk, so I had a call the doctor home. After that medicine was given, and you have also treated me. Now I am normal. I do not have any pressures now. Now there is no worry. I have given all the worry to the God. 6 months back, you have a giddiness also. Doctor said, yeah. Patient said, yeah, for 1 month I was at home. Now everything is normal. Why are you talking about tension? The story behind is that she was a three daughters. One is married, other two are the past 30 years and are unmarried. And the first daughter who is married does not have a child. Okay, my daughter does not have a child. I do have a tension, but then it should cause disease. Why this swellings with the daughter's problem? My heart burns. I am a mother, VP now. What happens to those children whose parents die when they are small? Don't they grow? My husband's mother and father died when he was a small child. Now he is 70 years old. Didn't he grow? It is not in my hand. Whatever has to happen will happen. Why should I bother? Tension is there, but I have to live my life. Everything has to go on as it should. I have no grief or tension, nothing. If my daughter does not have a child, what can I do? I have given everything to God. I get shifting pains. In spite of swelling and pain, I am getting going out, not sitting at home. So here the analysis is there anxiety for health? No. There is this is the positiveness. She is very philosophical and reasonable and the positive, walking despite the pain at the level of mind and even also at the level of psyche. There is no resignation also. She does become emotional while talking. She is talking plain fact. She is not rationalizing or giving reason. She is arguing. She is dependent on the doctor and arguing with the doctor. So she was given a kali cup, but without relief. Here she is rebelling. I said something for her good, and she is arguing with me. So the rubric was taken is rebel against the politics plus chili plus thustless plus positive plus hypochondria. The remedy given to her was sepia, quarrel when peated. Natramure weeps when peated. We know the sepia to be indifference, but it is there in the hypochondriacs also. Other remedies that came up are the nitric acid and staphysagrina. She was given staphysagrina without relief. So this is what you have to understand. So whenever you are going to comforting the patient and you are giving a good to the patient and patient is arguing with you, patient is quarreling with you, you can take the rubric rebels against faulties as the entry point. And whenever you are being pitied on the person and the person's weak, the remedy is not from you. Whenever you are pitied on the person and person's quarrel with you, the remedy is sepia. So another chapter we are today completing with, and tomorrow might be the last day of verbatim chapter. So we will conclude marketing book tomorrow. So, Dr. Prafull Vijayakar, we want to raise the level of homeopathy where no other science can even think of overpowering or putting it down. The scientific process which has started will take us to the height of the success. Even a man, every shoulder, every person has to take the burden of carrying this beautiful dynamic science to the success. Of course, it is not a process which require energy. It is a passive process and not an active one. We are not carrying load or a burden upward. Just give a right stimulus and everything will follow. So what we have to do is it will remove the toxic product from now ongoing practice among the homeopath and verify it. The homeopathy has to come up one day and we need to a right comprehensive stimulus. It is very vast, it has a forcing, it cannot end, and we are just giving you a part and right train. So what we have seen in the last 7 days, what we have seen is the Down syndrome, the adenocarcinoma, the Sugar-Weber syndrome, adenonephrosis with the cortical healing, DMD, macular degenerations of retina, erythrodermic psoriasis, ischemic heart disease, imbecility, schizophrenia, global ulcerative colitis, autism, and rickets. What rubric will you give importance in a psoriatic disease like arthritis, eczema, etc.? Any conditions with the itis, the anxiety and irritability. So today we will discuss the most important rubric about the anxiety. What are the different types of anxiety that you observe in day-to-day practice? Anxiety about the health, anxiety concerns, anxiety about family, anxiety about children, anxiety about business, anxiety about money, and anxiety anticipation. So the video clipping, the female with the anxious look complaining of the severe constipation has to sit for an hour to pass the stool. But the patient says that I feel like my anus is very small and the stools are very hard, nothing comes out from there. It pains me very badly. I used to get hard motion previously also, but it was not so bad. My second problem is the sinus. You are never available on phone. Please pick up your phone, please. It is never picked up. Dr. Vijayakar. She is complaining that she cannot approach me. What is her expression? Is it constant anxiety or a fear? It is anxiety about small problem. There is anxiety that I do not pick up the call. There is anxiety that I do not pick up the phone and then suddenly she smiles and laughs. She is pregnant. Patients, I am getting backache also. Please, Praful Bhai, do something. You are telling me not to apply move, pain killing and ointment and not to take any cream of pain, etc. Why? What will happen to my child inside if I apply move inside, outside? My first child always remains sick and I have to run frequently to the Hinduja hospital. Children are useless. This is what the patient is telling. Dr. Vijayakar sir, thirst, not at all. Dr. Vijayakar, what environment you like? Cold. Now, what are the salient feature here? The she is very, very expressive, quarreling with the doctor to answer the phone call about her disease, but it is friendly one, not with the vengeance. She is also laughing and jesting the way she talks about her children, not the way an ordinary mother will talk about. This is a jesting. She is asking for the sympathy, for help, for attention. She is demanding without real intentions of quarreling with the anxiety. She is jesting, she is hot, thirstless, and has aggressions. This is the anxiety of the Kali. In the anxious state, the Kali quarrel with the bread and butter. Here, she is dependent on me and yet quarrel. The remedy prescribed is Kali iode. The other remedy one can think of are the pulsatilla. In a psoric state, the pulsatilla is not quarrelsome. They will ask why this is not going, why is this like this. Pulsatilla will quarrel in a psychotic state. They can be authoritative, self-centered. They demand, I will not go anywhere. I will not take treatment from here. I will take treatment from here only. So dominating, want sympathy, better by consolations. This is the pulsatilla. A psoric pulsatilla desire consolations is meek, mild, VP, is better by consolations and ask for sympathy. You are sure this will be fine. Are you sure this will be fine? So this is what the assurance pulse pillar is wanting from you. And once you yeah, absolutely fine, then they will get the better. So this is what consolation emulates. Kali Kab, the Kali is an extroverted in the Soric state. They become introvert in psychotic. They are always anxious, tense, timid, and startled. Also, they can be loquacious with the face tapering down and thirsty or thirstless. The Kali are tough, taught as very conscientious and family oriented. I completely disagree with this picture of Kali. I have tried this before but never got result. Try the other picture of the Kali. All Kalis are the non-conscientious and are not at all attached to the family. Not attached to the family. So whenever you find the syphilitic rubric aversion to family, there is all Kali, Kali Phos, Kali Iod. So not a single Kali is there in the rubric conscientious. Yet our Materia Medica book says conscientious. They do their duty and follow the rules strictly, will not break the signal because of timidity and anxiety. They anticipate there must be a police officer there and I might get caught. Therefore, it is better that I go slow. So timidity prevent them from breaking the rules. This is the Kali. There are many rubric related to the family are the anti-Kali. Quarrelsome with the family, charitable with the others, and not with the family, abstain from the family. Not a single rubric shows the Kali is family oriented. They take care of the family out of the fear that their family might suffer. So let us see some rubric: the abusive and insulting with family member, the Kali Iod, aversion to family member, Kali Kab, delusion, danger from his family, Kali Brom, irritability with her family, Kali Iod, quarrelsome and scolding his family, Kali Kab and Kali Iod, unfeeling hard-hearted for his family, Kali Iod, cruelty, brutality, inhumanity, Kali Fast. So there is no rubric which says Kali loves family and take care of his family or is attached to his family. I do not know from where this concept has come and the Kali is for the family. The anxiety can be of a two times the aggressive anxiety and the regressive anxiety. So regressive remedies do not express like calcarea, biotin, from carbons and magnesium. Calcarea anxiety is not aggressive. They are lot of anticipations. They are timid and want a shell. Every remedy walks in and out of your clinic showing you signs and symptoms, and we are idiot that we do not recognize it. This was said by Dr. Kent. You should know different natural trait of this. We have to pick it up. Like, so this is what we conclude the day today for, and tomorrow we will conclude the last two chapter of the this book, and tomorrow we will conclude the verbatim and hope we will have a question answer session at the end of this week maybe. I will plan for that. So if it is possible, we will make it on the Sunday, 31st. So the remaining session of the question answer is there on the Sunday for at least 1 or 2 hours. Or those who want to ask the questions, I will share the question answer link to the group. So their question can be added in the these sessions. Thank you. So we will conclude this. We will conclude the today's sessions and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you all and happy Holi. Enjoy the colorful day of Holi and you all get the colorful life with the homeopathy. Thank you all. Thank you so much.